Hey dancers, welcome to the Los Angeles Bellydance Academy. I'm really excited to have you here. My name is Stefanya. It's the time of the week that we go through some body conditioning. You may ask what that is. You'll find out when you stick around. So welcome to our dance studio. Let's see. We already had a really great class today. Leilani joined us on the stream and she gave us a Tahitian basic workout. She went through all the basics, wrote them down, put a nice little combo together, choreography for everyone. So, hi Erica, thank you. Erica was dancing there. So it was really great, and you can go back on our stream anytime or on our channel and enjoy that if you may be interested in some Tahitian dance. So, my name is Stefanya, like I said. We are at, hi Monkey, so nice to see you, thank you for joining me. We are at the Los Angeles Bellydance Academy, and when you are on our live stream, you can consider, hi Pepper, that you are actually transported into our virtual dance studio. So exciting, right? You didn't know that that was going to happen. You're going to get transported somewhere, but now that you're here, thank you so much. I have to walk close. Hi, hi, hi. Hello, welcome, 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 welcome. So, what we're going to do today, on a let's say a more typical in the studio live action, we start with a belly dance class, and then we kind of change it up because we want to focus a little bit on our training. But since we've moved to, hi Maite, welcome, we moved to a digital platform for now, we're going to kind of just rearrange that because it makes more sense to actually start with the training part first. So what do I mean by training? I want to open up your thoughts on dance to being a master of your own body. I don't know how to say that. And that's a little bit outside of all the wonderful, important things that you could learn in any style of dance. But you could do any style of dance, but still have this body that we need to master. It is my hope to help you align your posture, strengthen core muscles, so that as you are enjoying everything about life and dancing a lot, you can just kind of like do it all. And you can call yourself a belly dancer, you can call yourself a flamenco dancer, you can call yourself a Tahitian dancer, or you could just call yourself a dancer, right? And sometimes that's what I like to do personally. I like to say, oh, I love to dance. I love to dance because I really want to do it all. And we're going to use some things that I think may be useful to you because this is all about taking steps in the right direction at the right pace. So we are going to be working on just everything fundamental, and when we're fundamental, we have to have a lot of focus, a lot of patience, and a lot of persistence, because it actually kind of gets easier where we're going. So if we start off and everything just seems super hard, relax, it will get easier in the future, because you're going to be applying all these fundamental structures and postures and everything. So as we get started with class today, please remember that dance is an active sport. It is your sole responsibility to know the limitations of your own body. So that means you will be dancing at your own risk while enjoying the video. All right, so I kind of picked, like, the music situation is really difficult. It doesn't quite go with my typical flow, but we're going to be okay with that. I'm going to have to see my feet. Sorry, everyone. 3 seconds. Oh, it's probably going to take longer than 3 seconds. Probably need you right about there. going to start in our first position, parallel. You knew we were going to do that. You're going to squeeze the inner thighs together. And as we begin, all you're going to do is open up the heart, squeeze the shoulders together, and we're going to contract all the way down to the ground as we exhale, and then come up. Pretty easy, and so let's do it 6 times more. Roll the shoulders back, open up the heart, melt down to the floor, tuck the tailbone in, and roll up. Roll the shoulders back, exhale, roll down. And roll. Squeeze the inner thighs, open up the shoulders, squeeze, and exhale down. Roll back up. I forgot to count, that's okay. Stretch long, exhale, roll up. Awesome. One last time. It's not really about sticking the tushy out. Shoot. Hold on a second for me, dancers. Wait one fine moment for me. All right, I'm back. One thing I've learned, if something doesn't work, turn it off. Did it. All right. So when we squeeze our shoulder blades back, don't stick your tushy out. Just let your body melt down to the ground. And now pull the belly button into the spine, slowly roll up. 3 more times. Sorry for the interruption. Let's just get back warm. Exhale, roll up. Wonderful. And all the way down. Great. Beautiful. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this first movement and we're going to go from our turned out position, move to the side, and we're parallel. We come back and we're turned out. Squeeze the inner thighs. You're going to be in the same squeeze on the parallel as you're going to be in the turn out. So as we go to the side, we will do our first movement, the contraction. We're going to roll up. We're going to come up to the top and push down. Breathe in, exhale, contract, arms up to the top, and push down. Okay? Exhale, we contract, we roll through the entire spine. We breathe in, we stack up our blocks, we put it back together. We don't have to turn out a lot, but the knees and the toes are going to the diagonal, and you're pushing in the lats. The arms come here. Down to the side, we breathe in, contract, breathe in, breathe out. Again, in, contract, breathe in, and out. And 1, 2, and 3. Exhale, inhale, 4, and other side. And exhale, inhale, keep going, exhale, inhale, keep going, exhale, inhale, exhale, one more time, and down, and up, connect with the floor, keep moving, push, down in the lats, breathe out, and repeat, other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 more, 5, 6, last one, 7, 8. All right, blood moving, good job. With your feet in your second position, open your arms to the side. And as we go up and over, I really want you to connect in opposition to that supporting leg. Little pulse, little pulse, little pulse. Recover. Other side, 1, 2, long line, but we're really pushing down, always thinking about that opposition. 6, 7, again, up and over, 1, 2, 3, and 5, and 6, and 7. Keep smiling. Recover. 8. Arms open. Up and over. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to change it a little bit next time. Good job. 8. Recover. So as we come up and over, we have our first lateral stretch. Notice it's most important not that you feel someone's pulling you here, but that you feel connected into the earth. So we want to get a little bit body-wise and start feeling our opposition. So as you're going to the side, you're connecting deeper into the earth. Awesome. And now what we're going to do is take the shoulders from being straight towards the wall and move them to be straight towards the floor. Awesome. Do you have a nice long flat back? We're going to work the same contraction by exhaling, tucking into the heel, and then lengthening forward. Exhale. Lengthen long. Inhale. Again, exhale. Inhale. Nice and long. Wonderful. Lengthen out. One more time. Deep breath in. Exhale. Nice and long. Lengthen out, lengthen out, lengthen out, lengthen out. All the way down. Good. Now, when you get down here, it's really important to start relaxing your muscles. The only way to relax the muscles is to breathe. So please be patient and find this stretch. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Good job, dancers. Hold, 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 hold. Now, on the same line we came down, keeping the shoulders parallel with the floor. I'm going to lengthen my back and find that nice long line. Hold it longer. Hold it longer. Like you were to serve somebody some tea on your back. Here we go, nice and long. Wonderful. Shoulders facing the floor are going to rotate. Shoulders now back facing the wall. And we recover. And to the other side. Up and over. So, reminder. The reminder is keep the supporting leg digging deep down into the ground, even though you may be tempted to notice how much you're going to the opposite direction. Energy in both directions. Wonderful. Longer. Breathe. Nice stretch at the side. So we're going to turn it. We're going to rotate it flat back. When I have a flat back, I want to pull my tummy in. I don't want my lower back to curve open. Pull that tummy in. Engage the inner thighs. And let the spine lengthen. Breathe. 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 Long leg. Breathe. Breathe. Wonderful. So I want you to put your weight in your back heel. Let your tailbone tuck under so you're creating a contraction in the lower back. Move that line straighter all the way out. And now back to your flat back. Exhale, roll up through the spine. Inhale and flatten again. Exhale, roll up through the spine. Inhale, lengthen, flatten. 2 more times. Exhale and inhale. Squeeze your inner thighs. Last one. Exhale and inhale all the way out and down. Lengthen, 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 and relax. Breathe, 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 breathe. Go through your muscles in your legs and make sure your leg muscles feel relaxed. So no tension into the quads, no tension in the hamstrings. We're going to recover, which means you have to get your tummy nice and strong. Nice long flat back. Spiral over to the side. Open up. And little deep plie. Good job, dancers. Doing okay? Awesome. Keep moving side to side. In belly dance, we know it's really important. Nice, long, strong lats. Yep, that's what we're working on right now. Also working on stretching out the psoas, lengthening it, getting a nice long line in the center, side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4, up and over. 6, 7. to the whatever side you want to choose first. I really don't care. Let's turn our toes parallel. And let's take our shoulders straight back down to the flat back. Remember, the neck is a part of the spine and should never tilt up or side, as I know that might be difficult as you may want to look at what's going on. But once you get a handle of what's going on, remember the whole thing fulfills here. So let's hold those hands for a count of 8, 7, squeeze the inner thighs, 6, strong line, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way down. Beautiful. So I want you to continue to squeeze your inner thighs together. And like I said before, we really want to keep the quadriceps, the hamstrings relaxed, those big muscles in the legs. Don't let them pull up. Just let them kind of fall down to the earth. Now we're going to bend the back knee, squeeze the inner thighs together, and drop down into the stretch a little bit lower. If you want, you can flex the front foot. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Put the toe back on the floor, straighten the back leg. Go into the center, both toes are forward parallel. And now we're bringing them both still parallel, but over to the other side. The opposition is to push the feet down into the floor so the hips have a chance to get higher. If you're having trouble with your stretch and you feel limited, remember that you can always bend your knees and find where the body has that relaxed feeling. And then once you feel comfortable, it's not about getting lower, it's actually about stretching this up, right? So I want you to put more attention into pushing down through the floor if you want to feel more flexibility. Great dancers, keep up the good work, keep it up. So we're about ready to bend the back knee, keeping the inner thigh squeezed together. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Flex the front foot. The foot back on the ground. Let's go back into the center. Awesome. Let's grab the shoulder or the elbows and just relax the head over. And just take a couple of swings so you get that nice traction on your spine. So you don't have to look at the camera. There's nothing to do. We're just swinging back and forth. And I just want to take a moment to remind you that really what we're learning is to always squeeze the inner thighs. So even in this position, I want you to try to squeeze the muscles that are at the top of the thigh, connecting into the pelvis. Squeeze them together now. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good. Lift up one arm, take a deep spiral, continue to squeeze. Beautiful. Over to the other side. Wonderful. Back down into the center. Exhale, bend your knees, slowly roll up. Wonderful. Let's keep this going. Here we are. Just a couple of plies and tendus before we start our deep stretches down on the floor. You don't need to turn out a lot. You need to just feel comfortable. So when your toes are forward and you squeeze your tushy together, this floor is kind of slick, so I'm doing it pretty easy. You should be able to find your turnout by just the ability of squeeze. Maybe you have some linoleum in the kitchen and you can put on some furry socks and you can stand there in your parallel and you can squeeze. Experiment with this because I don't know if I mentioned this at the beginning of class. Today I really thought I would take some time to go over our dance training classes and what I'm kind of working on each week. Kind of describing it a little bit more for any of you that may need this kind of,
I don't want to call it beginner instruction, but I just want to call it something kind of instruction, you know, like we're going through it, just in case you didn't know why. So, feet are parallel, inner thigh squeeze, I find my turnout. Once I'm here, I'm going to use my inner thigh to pick up my heel. The heel does not need to rotate back. For this exercise, we want the heel to feel rotated forward, and that the weight doesn't go to the pinky toes, it only stays in the ball of the foot. If you are doing those two things, you are also doing the thing which we're working on, squeezing the inner thighs on both legs. So again, first movement is up to the ball. Second movement is over the toes, you get a nice stretch. If you don't have a pair of shoes on, that may not feel that good, but you know, just get that extra stretch in the toes. You return to planting the ball into the foot, which is really important, and then return the heel onto the floor. Again, very important, squeeze, lift up. Find that activation in the thighs. Push the ball of the foot into the floor, up over to the toes, back to the ball, down to the heel. Now, I want you to feel those inner thighs when you put that heel on the floor. I can dance every day of my life because going from here to here to here to here feels good. Interesting. I can make it feel good. Can you make it feel good? Other foot to the ball, to the stretch, to the ball. Make it feel good. Yummy. There's something about working those muscles and finding the work and opening up the body. Feeling really strong, feels really great. Next movement, after I get the roll here and the roll here, I'm going to go into my plie, gentle plie. I'm going to push both heels up to the forced arch, to the top, and down. Did you catch that? So we have the plie. One, roll, up, and down. Ball, toe, ball, down, ball, toe, ball, down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last part, 5, 6. Put the heels down, 7, 8. The last section was just the reverse. Then we're going to go to tendu, second position. It's going to look the same, but when we go point, I want you to point away from your foot and then go over with the plie. Bend the knee. Come back to the point, put the heel down. This you have to change the weight. Over, bend the knee, keep the point, push, squeeze the inner thighs, roll the foot down. Plie, 1, heels up, 2, up 3, and 4, repeat 5, 6, 7, 8. Tendu before you come back to your first position. Dancers, we're going to keep the arms nice and easy, but remember those arms are in the forward position. If I were to open my arms up too far, you're going to see my posture get whack. We don't want no whack posture, dancers. Bring the arms forward, pull the hip bones up, keep everything square. Are you ready? Yes, you are. Here we go. 5. 5, 6, 7. I missed it. Here we go. And 1, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 1, 2. Goes down. 1, 2, 1. Rise up. 1, 2, 1, 2. Up. And 1, 2, 3. Repeat. Other side. 1, 2, 3. And we go. Plie. Heels to the inside and squeeze, rise up, heels inside. Plie and push down again. Other side. Roll through the foot, point and down. Demi point. 1, 3, 5. And plie goes in the tummy. Lift the heels, push down in the lats, and all those things. 1, 2, 3. Other side. Sorry, I missed it. 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and plie goes. 1, 3, 5, and reverse last time. 1, and 3, and 5, and back. together. Very, very good. So remember, we're trying to warm up the inner thighs so much that you start to feel those hips lift. Once you feel the hips lift, you're going to also feel the back press down. So you get a little bit of energy right there. Continuing on, we have demi and roll through the forced arch. Again, elevate 1 and 2. And we roll 5, 6, 7, and then from here, first position, I want you to go all the way over, all the way down to the ground, and then we're going to come all the way up, flat back. It's going to be important, as you see my reflection in the mirror, that you don't allow your body to hinge. Do the best you can, and I will be doing the same, to keep the legs in the same line, no leaning back, only lifting up and in, and really working that flat back. If you feel like you are just about ready to just dive off the cliff, I want you to remember, feet on the ground. Feet on the ground. So, as I go forward, there has to be some pushing down to keep those feet on the ground. The only moment I'm ready to give in is at the very, very last one. I can relax, but then I energize right away and I repeat, push, flat back, squeeze the inner thighs as much as possible. And of course, I'm going to have my hands here. Doing a great job, dancers. Let's keep this going. Second plie combination. You feel your turn out. You bring your arms up and we start. Squeeze. 1, demi, and straight, and relax, push down to get up, plie, roll through the feet, push down, reverse, elevate, 1, heels down, squeeze the inner thighs, get longer through the middle, up, keep the heels high up, keep the heels down, and second position, 1, 2, lift up when you go down, push, down, 1, lift, up, push, down, and reverse, elevate, push your lats, and down, push your lats, and down, again, lats, plie, roll down, and again, 1, 2, use your tummy to extend, and plie, roll up, straight legs, and roll down. Other side, 1. I forgot to go up, and 2, and down, and up. And yes, thank you for sticking with me through the hard times. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Get your plie, roll those feet, and lengthen through the middle. Push hard, don't give up, come on. Push, and down, and up. And plie, then you get a little break. Wonderful. I'm breathing so much. I'm just going to do it. I can't help it. So, even though we're doing very little, and you can hear it, there's a lot of work to be done here. So if you're sweating a little bit, just know you're right on track. That's where we should be. So in belly dance, we're going to have a lot of moves that we want to give the appearance of being very liquidy and very smooth. And especially when those movements are in the pelvis, we need to learn to stand up on a straight leg, because typically it'll be the other hip that gets to move all around. So when we're practicing tendus, you're just practicing actually standing strong on the supporting leg. So you'll see that we go out to the point and we return, but the energy is actually down through the floor so much, so intensely, that the opposite foot reaches out. So it almost feels like if it was on sand, it would scoop some sand forward, right? Because I'm digging down through the ground. And that's the work we really need, because the connection here to dance and different dance styles is getting your body into the earth, feeling that articulation on the ground. When we get that, we can express that out through different parts of our body. So, first position, very simple combination. I'm going to go forward for a tendu. And when I come back, I'm going to open up my inner thighs and add the plie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, hold 3, 4, and point 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, plie. I'm just demonstrating. 1, 2, plie, and 1, hold. Now when we come here, this gives you the chance to check your balance. What I want you to notice today, most important today, is that you don't have one picture here, and then when you go to flex, your hip swings out to the side. I need enough energy in that inner thigh that you're able to do both, so that when you actually take your foot to the diagonal for your second position, you never changed your weight off this leg. So, 1 and plie, 2 and plie. Out with the balance, check, back together, to the side plie, to the side plie, to the side, balance check, and back again, back. Now, depends on who you study ballet with, and you know, we're not studying ballet right now, we're studying some technical aspects of the body. So, there's different theories here about where your foot should go when it goes to the back. Some people believe directly behind you. It's not a belief. Some people would instruct that, and some people would kind of instruct something a little bit more natural. And because, you know, that's my way, I like to be natural, let's do the natural one. So you can kind of, it can even be a little bit out to the side, as long as you feel that your inner thighs are pulled together. Now, one correction that you do need to make when we go to the back, so that you can protect your lower back, is lean forward. This is not something we would typically do in belly dance, so notice that right off the bat. But when I'm here, I'm straight. When I'm here, I'm straight. When I go to the back, there will be a very obvious change because that ends up being a straight line. Let me see if you want to see that again. Here, front, there, second, and drama happens when I go to the back. I have to continue to lift that leg up. Sounds good? I think it does, right? Just on a quad. Means all four sides, and then on the other side. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, to the back. 1, and 2, and you should be using this leg. 1, stand up tall. And good job, last time. 1, and 2, and they don't go straight side, they always go to the diagonal. Flex, point, let's go to the other side, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And again, 1, plie, lift up tall, push down to the ground. 1, 2, flex, point to the back, and 1, plie, 2, squeeze those inner thighs, plie, and 3, stand up tall, hop. Wonderful, one last time, out, plie, out, plie, out, flex, and wonderful. Let's bring the arms up over the head, not too far above, because we know we won't have any good posture there. Just here, and let's just take it to a little balance. So here we have hold, hold, hold back in. Second position, hold, 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 back in, to the back, hold, 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 find that inner thigh, and again, last time, hold, hold. Really bring it forward to your diagonal, make life easy on yourself, dancers. Here we go, and tummies to the back of the spine, hold, squeeze the inner thigh, stand up tall, and in, hold, 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 and in to the back, hold, 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 in last time, You feeling strong? I bet you are. Plie. Wonderful. Wonderful. So, good job, dancers. We're going to take it a little bit down to the floor. We're going to keep the stretching going, so I want you to go straight down to the floor. If you don't mind, can you give me the starting position? Your starting position. And if you're confused and you don't know what I'm asking for, just give me a few seconds to change the angle on the camera. Just a few seconds. Didn't have this ready to go. Oh, maybe. I'm sweating. Are you guys sweating? I'm sweating. Oh, and we're about ready to really make it happen. So when we get to this first one, and we're gonna go fast and stress this out too much, remember that your heels need to be together and your chest is lifted up. Your hands are right here in the center, and you're using your inner thighs to actually feel uplifted and lighthearted. Most important thing is that your heels touch. Your heels must touch. Hear me, dancers. Heels must touch. Don't do it if you're not going to touch your heels. And your weight needs to be in the balls of your feet. Your inner thighs need to squeeze. Heart lifted up. Smile on your face. Positivity, dancers. Here we go. I know the camera's not quite right, but I want you to stay in this position. Stay. I'm going to fix the camera in just 1 second. Get you a triangle pose, and then we fix the camera. So interlace the fingers, grip the knees together. Hands on the floor, up into the sky. Walk your hands forward and hang out there. Don't move. I'm going to do another camera adjustment. Maybe that. Yeah, seems right. So we're over here, and we're in our triangle pose. Costume change. And here it is, dancers. We have the palm of the hands, and we have the sole of the foot. And we have these 4 points that we can ensure are kind of in an alignment. And now those 4 points are going to push into the floor so deeply. So the palm of my hands pushing down into the floor, the sole of my feet pushing down the floor, puts a little space inside my hips. I add even more space by pulling my abs into my lower back. Look at the belly button. Stretch. Breathe. Smile. Yes, dancers. Keep up the good work. Nice. So, we're going to take this a little bit somewhere different. If you're familiar with where I would normally go from here, let's just come over to our plank position. We're going to allow the hips to tuck under by squeezing the inner thighs as if I want to actually get my hip bones closer to my shoulders. Wonderful. Same thing from before. The sole of the foot and the palm of the hands are really open and expressing energy outward. Wonderful. From there, we're going to let the hips rise up, back into that triangle pose, walking the feet back towards the hands. I'm going to turn forward to the camera. You stay exactly where you are, and just plie. And here we are. This is looks so challenging, but over time it's something that, because we practice, we start to develop our abilities. And when we develop our abilities, we start to open our minds to the fact that we are incredible and we can do anything we put our minds to. So never give up. Give yourself time and really ask yourself, is it enough time? We can all do this pose. We can all feel joy and happy in this pose. and it can grow. So keep going, dancers. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Energize the body. You are doing it. Nobody can take that away from you. Interlace the fingers, turn it out, bring the knees together, drop the head over, up into the sky. I turn to the side, you walk out, triangle pose. Energize through the floor, palms of the hands, balls of the feet, up and up and up and up. Look at the belly button, breathe and smile. Again, today we're gonna take it forward into our plank. We still want to feel that nice long line as if our hips are moving away from the toes. So I lift my hips up and I kick my legs out. I squeeze my inner thighs together, and just like that, I can also squeeze my arms together, and I smile, and I think about how I don't have to come down. I can do this for as long as I want. You can join me. Good job, dancers. Keep smiling, keep breathing, keep breathing, keep breathing, and recover. Hips go high into the sky. Look at the belly button. Walk the feet into the hands. And one last time. Deep, 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 deep. Feeling good. Awesome. Here we go. So, the more we get into this pose, the more we kind of feel that uplifting feeling from the thighs actually pulling into the body. Keep those shoulders up tall. Relax. You could be swaying around this room, or you could be solid like a mountain. It's not for you to judge yourself today. Just be. Just be that. Be that tree or be that mountain. Be it happily. Be it with perseverance. Interlace the fingers, bring the knees together, hands on the floor, up into the sky. Kick out. Last time. Nice, long, lengthening triangle pose. Hips high. So 3 points. Hands pushing, feet pushing, and in the middle we have the hips. And they just continue to fly higher and higher and higher. One leg up. Lengthen as high as you can. Bend the knee, let it open up the hip. Return back to center. Other side, kick up. Just a way to open the hips, stretch it to the side. Back in. And here we go. Walk it out, plank, one more time. And what I want you to do, because I know you can do it, we're going to take our knee to our elbow. How many times? 8 times. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and you can do it 7. Guess what? Other side. Go. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Keep breathing. Up, up, up. Guess what? 4 on the other side. 1, 2, 3. Keep breathing. 4 again. 4, 3, 2. You know what's going to happen. 2, and 2. Last 4. 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly come down. Hands right on the shoulders, feet parallel, squeeze the inner thighs. Now, gentle, small, gentle. Not 100%, just getting that heart lifted up. Breathe in. Exhale down. Oh, we are not joking today, dancers. A little higher. Hands right on the shoulders. Think about lengthening out before you actually push back. Open up, open up. We're going to pull it back into child's pose. Just drop it down. Relax. Okay. Let's get it. Let's get it while we're warm. Get it while it's hot, dancers. Get it while it's hot. All right, butterfly. Now, When we do our butterfly, it's important that you feel the sit bones, and most of you will just be cheating, and you're going to be sunken back. So when we do this first exercise, it might be easy because you'll just go like, oh, I'm already sunken. And then you go forward, and when you press into your low back, my little technique here personally is to use the elbows on my shins to really pull the line straight. But we're back to the first movement that we were doing when we were lengthening the spine, standing up. It's always the same. From the bottom, we want that spine to go absolutely straight. So when I'm contracted from the bottom, I'm pushing the energy out through the top. It extends further than your even physical body, out into your spiritual body. Will go straight, right? So you're like, here's my physical one. Straight, 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 straight. It goes, boom! Out there, yeah. Exhale down. All right. Good to know. Yeah, shoot it out. Awesome. So when we go up here, we're going to go straight. Then we're going to contract into the body and roll back up. When you roll up into the flat back here, really feel those sit bones on the floor because that's your chance. That's your chance to find what you're looking for. What are you looking for? It's a very complicated question. As a dancer, we're always looking for our center. And I'll tell you that I personally thought my center used to be somewhere else. And as I do different dances, it may even adjust. But where the body makes contact with the floor is of utmost importance. And it kind of always has these two little points. So if I were to stand on my hands, I have the ball, the big part of my thumb of my hand that's giving more pressure, just like when we were in a triangle pose, boom, 2 points. When I'm standing on my feet, the balls of the feet, 2 points. Now, when we're here in our butterfly, it is your job to be up on those 2 points. Don't let whatever you think the posture is in the legs keep you from the correct posture in the spine. We will get better and stronger if we correct our spine posture rather than going, oh, well, my legs will fall down if I'm over here. I feel more flexible. It's not what we're doing, right? So find those sit bones, sit up tall, and we exhale, we contract. We roll down to the ground, forward, we move, and then we scoop everything out. We try to get the flat back as low as possible. The neck includes it, and the neck is included in the flat back. Exhale down, roll forward, breathe in, and up. Again, exhale, down, into the body. Find that lengthening, and up. Exhale, one more time, exhale. Now, when we exhale, remember the inner thighs, they're wrapping right here. They get to help you make that contraction. Yes, and they help you make that elongation. Beautiful. Back to the flat back, all the way over. Exhale, roll up. 6, 7, again. All the way down, and roll up. 6, 7, again. All the way down. Roll up. Are you feeling the work in your tummy? All the way down. This time we hold. Don't go anywhere. Just relax. Good. Long time. At the studio, we talk a lot about the word fidget. And you might be fidgeting right now by fixing a hair or scratching your nose, picking at your toes, maybe some cat hair on the leggings, whatever it is, you have to have no distractions. So it's just a release into the only thing that you're focusing on, the posture, and how the breath stimulates the opening and lengthening of the body. So just breathe and feel that opening and lengthening of the body. Now, as your spine continues to lengthen all the way out, just hover over to one side and gently place your hand on the thigh and push it away in a spiraling rotation. Do not touch the knee, only the thigh, pushing away in a spiraling rotation so that the lower back and the inner thigh get a nice rotational stretch. Are you smiling? Are you breathing? This certainly feels good. It makes me want to smile and breathe. Switch around to the other side. Push, 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 push. Breathe, 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 breathe. Wonderful. Go back into the center, and we can contract all the way up. Legs go straight. We're in our pike position. In pike position, you will still feel the sit bones, and in fact, sometimes it's kind of easier to actually move the flesh out of the way because their bones are in there, and sometimes we just shift the muscles to the side so we're for sure to feel. Now, I think that this is pretty typical, and if you feel your glutes kind of squishy on the floor and you can feel the skin of your glute or the top of your glute kind of lift up into your lower back, you're not giving enough strength from the core muscle of the inner thigh connecting into your psoas. And your psoas is that deep muscle right here, right? So we need to bring the connection here and not allow the psoas to get dumpy and long. Remember, the psoas is from under the armpit and goes to the leg. So we tend to either have like contraction problems or like, I don't know how you say that, it's like tight psoas. So let's lengthen up nice and tall. And as we're working on that nice straight line in the body, let's also gaze out to the front and notice a nice straight line out to the front. Typically, as we grow, things can happen to where maybe we come out of alignment. So you may be looking down these two structures here, the two legs that you have, and you may go, well, my right knee seems to tilt in a little bit more, and my ankle over here looks like this. It pretty much doesn't look like two straight lines. What am I going to do? And it's going to be simple. All you really need to do is go back into your inner thighs, squeeze, and when you do, those legs are going to pop right back into the position they truly, truly, truly work best and most efficiently in. So you don't have to worry about where you're at, only worry about where you're going, which is the squeeze of the inner thighs. So when I squeeze my inner thighs here, both together, you see, you may not see it, I have a slight raise up. So I'm squeezing and I'm dropping, and I'm squeezing and I'm dropping. And it's not easy, so you smile. Try it 8 more times. You go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Good, the whole time, nice straight spine. Now, we're going to continue to keep those inner thighs squeezed together. You're going to roll through the ball of the foot, flex through the heel must come off the floor, roll back down, and here it is. Lengthen the ankle, don't contract the toes. Don't. Who wants? Nobody wants that. Lengthen energy, express long lines. So we pull, and then we lengthen it out. Good, don't curl the toes, we won't need it. Dead knee, point and flex, and dead knee, point, squeeze the inner thighs. Dead knee, point and flex, and dead knee, point and keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Heels off the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to add the turn out comes next. Turn it out and flex and turn back together, and both legs turn out from the inside of the hips. Pull your belly button to the spine. Nice tall line. Last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Reverse. You can do it. Sit up tall. You know what to do. Keep breathing and squeeze the inner thighs. Heels on the floor and go. And keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last time. And go flex. Turn out and point. Turn in. Arms up. And all the way out and down. Let's get down there. I want you to grab those toes. Take your first nice long pike stretch. What I like to do is when I grab my heels, I pull back with my arms, and from my shoulders, I get that lengthening through the center line. So I use my hands a little bit as a fulcrum, pull back. And then the most important part here, when my belly button is nice and close to my thighs, is that actually I want to pretend like I'm turning my hip up. So not very often do we have the feeling of our, you know, I like to say this in class, our asses going out and up. Because I don't know a nicer way to say it. Our booties, no, out and up. So I get lower, like opposition. Energy going this way, pulling forward out through the front. Keep breathing. It's all about holding our stretches. It's all about taking the time. Go ahead and flex the feet. Heels off the floor. Push that belly button towards the center line of the toes. And all the way downwards. Wonderful. We're going to second position. Remember, second position doesn't have to be too wide. Again, we're going to go find those sit bones down on the floor. We are going to want to sit up nice and tall. The inner thighs are wrapping, but I don't get anywhere without also, once the inner thighs wrap around and up, my abs pull it in, as if maybe like, can you imagine like how much energy you have when you pull back on the bow, right? So when I pull this and I tuck this in, I'm pulling back, so I'm creating tension. With the tension that I create, I have more dexterity, I don't know if that's the right word, but I have more energy in my limbs, right? So if I squeeze my inner thighs and everything in from the center, then I have connection out to my toe. If I don't squeeze and I just try to work my foot, it's all discombobulated for sure, right? So we have our inner thighs squeezed, our hip bones pushing down into the floor, lengthening up. I really want you to think tall, light, and airy through the upper body, but definitely I'm pushing down and opening up. My arms are to the side. As I go to one direction, let's say we go this way, this leg is equally lengthening out away from me. That just might not be work that you can actually physically see, so that's why I'm telling you it as a direction. Yes, like there's opposition there, and sometimes you don't see the opposition, so it requires me to point it out for you. No problem. So as we go side to side, even if I'm going to the right side, my left side gets long, and vice versa. Lift up and over, let's stretch the lateral. Second time we've stretched this lateral, but it's the same thing. Even though our foot's not touching the floor, our hip bone is, as we go to one direction, we must lengthen out the other side. Good. Let's go the other way. Breathe in and out, open over, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Awesome. Up and over. As we recover, we're going to bring this shoulders parallel to the floor. This is not easy. And then as we go over to one side, I know you know what I'm going to say, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen in the opposite direction. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. Open up the arm on the side. And recover. Other way. Breathe in and over. Out and over. Shoulders square. All the way down. Lengthen over. Good. Into the center, first stretch. Take one arm, thread it through the middle, get a little spinal stretch. As you go over. And switcheroo to the other side. do the flex, the plie, I'm pulling the leg back and in, and then I'm lengthening it back here. So I'm pulling that slingshot, pulling that bow and arrow, getting it all wounded under. That's not a word, but you get me, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 2 more, flex, and point, and flex. Try to find it from your inner thigh. 1 and 2, you want to walk with your legs while you're on stage, so we gotta get them working. Both legs together. 1, 2, and a 1, 2, and a 1, 2, and a 1. One more time. And 1, single, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, inner thighs. Flex and point and flex and point and flex and point and both goes together. Flex and point, flex and point, flex and point and hold. Arms up into the center. Rotate those knees back into the center line. Rotate those knees back, pinky toes towards the floor. Long line in the spine, smile. Straighten the legs all the way down into the center. One last time. Keep stretching. Keep stretching. All right. Slowly roll up. Come to the side. And let's make sure, if you have like a hip scarf on or something that like maybe your shirt's tight in the back or something that's along your spine, whenever we get to this point in class, remember you're going to have to move it to the side. Don't leave something on your spine because we want to start feeling how it is that the body is going to make a contraction. And we started off the class by standing up, making the contraction, and now we're here down on the floor, we're going to make that contraction again. So what I personally was missing from the equation, and that's why I get to be really excited to share it with you from the beginning, because, you know, that's what we do, we share. The inner thighs are what's going to help me begin to make my contraction. Typically, if you hear the word contraction in dance, well, at least for my typical, it's the contraction in the abs and the contraction of the lower back opening, right? So in this move, we're thinking of the abs sucking into the lower back and the lower back opening and rolling down. You want to connect with the earth, each vertebrae at a time, and you know, not like a three chunk harmony, chunk, 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 right? Boom, boom, boom. No, we want a nice little, right? So, when we use the inner thighs, it means that we're actually going to be able to separate in the lowest part of the lumbar vertebrae. But if we don't use the legs, you'll notice that you seem to hit the middle of your back down and then you roll. But that's not the work, because that's the easy thing to do. That's the easy thing to do. We want to squeeze the inner thighs here so that you can begin to push down into the floor. Here, once it wraps up, you get the belly button to continue that push, and then you're money, easily to just zip it on down. Now, when we come back up, we do the reverse position. We tuck our chin in, we roll up through the spine. We have to continue the compression in towards the lower back and do it every day, right? So not just on this day when you're practicing, come back to this part every single day. And even if you do 7 or 8 of them a day, I think you'll get better and better quicker than you could even imagine. Just like a zipper. Zip it up and zip it down. Use the muscles in your legs and your tummy to make sure that we start the zip in the right spot. So when we go down, we exhale. Please remember this when you practice every day. Exhale. So that was all the exhale. When I go here, I'm just relaxing. That's my breathe in. Now I'm going to zip myself back up, and the motion in the breath is exhale. And and then I'm gonna go back to straight. You know what to do, you breathe in. So you have to exhale here. Breathe in and exhale and up. A few more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you finding it? Contract. Breathe in. Contract. Straighten up. Contract. Breathe in. Contract. Breathe up and faster. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 4 more. Here we go. 4 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Grab those shoulders. You know what to do. Big hug, big love, big twist. 1, 2, 1, 2. Pull those abs back. Pull them in side to side. Twist, twist. Lower. And I know you want me to stare screaming into the microphone, but good job. I know you're working hard with me. I know you are. All right, let's see where we're at. Uh-oh, I did go over. Typical, typical, typical. No worries. Dancers, I hope you're feeling really warm inside your body. I want to start our belly dance class. Let's say like about 5 minutes from now. It's typical. 5 minutes from now, let's do some shimmy shaking, some hip moves. Just have some fun time, just explore everything. And I'm really grateful that you're here right now. 5-minute break. I'm gonna move the camera and take a 5. Then we come back. I have juice. I have grapefruit juice. Doesn't that sound nice? It's fresh. Feeling stronger. Stronger, stronger every time. Maki, it's because you're dedicated and you practice. Feeling stronger indeed. Grapefruit juice. You guys are the best. All right, 5. Don't forget to support the studio by liking the stream, sharing it with your friends, subscribing. 5 minutes.
You guys ready? Give you a couple seconds to jump back over here. Back, ready for class. Just belly dance. We're just gonna go through everything. I'm gonna try to give you a couple of layering movements. You know, just follow along. Drill a lot, work a lot. I know we're warm, that's really the important part. This is good. Can see me. All right. Hips. So the knees are bent, and we're just allowing the hips to move up in our vertical hip motion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. Up. Lift it up. Again, breathe in. I hope you're counting to 8. Arms up, down. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Shimmy down. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And shimmy down. Again. Up. Up. Again. Wonderful. Stop here in the shimmy, arms to the center. Keep those shimmy going. Now, pull the hip back. Other hip, 4 times. Again, pull back, release, pull back, release, pull back, release, pull back, again. Pull back doesn't have to be big, nice and tiny. Last time. Reverse. All right, dropping your arms, hips, and shimmy. Again. Awesome. All right, I want you to stay in plie. Stay in plie here. Ooh, I don't know if this song's repeat. Hold on, dancers, I got this. Repeat thing. How am I going to get the repeat thing on? I know, I can figure it. I did it! I figured it out. Good for me. So I have this little structure on the floor to give people, welcome dancers, a little bit of an idea. You see that? Of where the front is and where our diagonal position is. My feet are on the red lines, and I use the white lines, the diagonal, as really an important spot. So as I plie, right hip, 1, 2, 3, just the right leg. Release. 1, 2, 3, other side. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again. Other side. Release under the hip. The knee is dropping down. Then the adductor pops it back up. Double time. Release. Pop, 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 pop. Other side. So remember that we have this kind of fast movement, but we have 8, 8, 7, 6, 5. Now, what I want when we switch is a circle. Other side, little circle to the front, lean out to the side, bring it back to the center. It's like a little slide, not too big. And forward, side, back, center. Forward, side, back. Are you adding that little layer? One leg doesn't change, it's the supporting leg that adds the motion. Always, we've just been bumping. And last time. Just 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, good. So on this hip, we're going to twist. Front, middle, back, middle. 1, 2, then we reverse, other side. Front, middle, back, middle, front, middle, back, and twist front, side, back, side. Twist front, side, back, side. Twist front, side, last time. And twist front, side, back, side. Everybody doing okay? Are you feeling it? Are you feeling it? All right, I think you are. I think you are. I think you're doing a great job. Maybe not my camera. I think you're doing a great job, maybe not my camera. All right. So, 2 pins. Right, right, left, left. Right, right, left, left. You need to be comfortable with your feet flat on the floor. For this step, we want the inner thighs to stay together. Push down through the floor. Singles go backwards. We're tucking our tailbone under as we step backwards. Double, forward. Back it up. Smile. Lengthen the spine. Keep the inner thighs together. Arms are forward. Hopefully you can see the posture is straight. Notice when I step forward, my body takes a slight twist. And that's demonstrated here on the floor. When I take my step forward, to stay in my center, there's a small twist back, and step it back. Excellent. You stay low and in the same spot with your head. Double, double. Back it up, back it up. Good job, dancers. So what we're going to do is do our doubles. 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 5, other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2. Slow step, fast step. Did you get that? Slow step, fast step, singles. Again, 2, double, small step, tiny.
Feet right on time. And good. Double in place to the side. Front. And again, double in place and to the other side. Right foot, double, front step, back step, touch, double, front step, back step, good. Just the shimmy goes, big shimmy, bigger, biggest shimmy, you got it, bigger shimmy. Let's use the arms. Here we go, breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and hold the arms. Single arm. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Snake arms. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. Good. You made it through. Good job, dancers. I don't want to come out of the hips, so be comfortable in that plie. So when our hips are side to side, we know that we're changing our weight right left. But when I want to tuck my under, my weight has to shift back. Remember when we were on the floor and we wanted to access the lower hips, or excuse me, the lower back, we had to move the muscles in our legs. Let's keep going. 1, 2. Heel drop. Up, back, 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 up, up. Good. Now, down, and tuck, and tuck, and tuck, and tuck, step, tuck, and tuck, step, tuck, and tuck, step, tuck, step, tuck, touch, tuck, step, tuck, touch. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Did you get it? Tuck back, neutral, tuck back, then touch. Tuck back, then neutral, tuck back, then touch. Touches in my foot, and the accent in my pelvis is actually when I'm stepping to my side as my weight is changing. And 1, 2, 1, 2. In your thighs together, smaller steps, not a big space between your legs. Tuck and step, tuck, step, tuck. Ready for faster? Here it comes. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. So we got to get that tuck. We got to know the timing. A little bit different. We're going to go and out, 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 up, out, 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 up, out, up, out, up, out, 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 up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Did you get it? And out, drop, up, and out, drop, up. Practice before you wear yourself out, drop, up, and front. Here we go, and down, drop, and up, down, drop. Squeeze your inner thighs, down. Gotta catch that and down. Good. Double time. Oh, thank God. Okay. The music saved you. Send a note into the composer. Thank you so much. We were saved.
Lucky for you. When you take the tuck, you are spilling the hips the only way that we're allowed, or no, that's not true. Because you can spill your hips side to side, if you know what I mean, like tilt, and if it was like a bowl of water, it'd pour out each side. And I really think that that's the actual beautiful element there. Always remember when you're dancing with your hips, you're dancing with the element of water. And water is spectacularly creative, versatile, and you know, discover. It's wonderful. Anything can be water. Hips, water, right? So, we do not spill out to the front in the Oriental dance aesthetic, okay? So we're gonna use a deep contraction to the side. We've been doing that. A deep contraction to the other side. We've been doing that. And now we just introduced the deep contraction to the back. And I want to stop you there and say we do not go on. We will not do a deep contraction in the lower back so the upper half spills out. Not ever. In fact, the placement of the hips should be a perfectly perfect neutral. I feel like how I said it, perfectly perfect neutral, like it's so easy to find. And we tilt back and then we come back to neutral, but we would never put our weight so far into the balls of the feet that the hips come up. So, side, tuck, side, release. Side, tuck, side, release. Side, tuck, side, release. Side. Now when I get to the tuck may be confusing. As you look at the front of my body, it's important because you're getting the view of the audience. I know as a student, typically, this is your best view. And it almost seems like an illusion that when you look at it from the front, that's what's happening. However, the good thing is when you see me, this is actually what you'll see in the mirror when you come back to class. Because you'll have more confidence to look at your own body from the front and know what it looks like. If you only see me from the back and you only feel comfortable like mimicking my back side, right? Front side. And you can check that out in the mirror. So as we start to do these omis, this is where the front side and the back side becomes really important because we want to make it really, really clear that when you see the tummy contract in, this is the moment when the weight goes back into the body. It's very important because back is not typically associated with this part of the body. But in this move it is. We go side, back, side, front. I will always say back because my weight goes in my heels. Side, back, side. And when I go back to there, I'm neutral. Don't spill it all out. It looks like a spill because I have held it, and then when I come back to neutral, it looks dramatic, but it's not. Side, back, side, neutral. 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 Squeeze. Smooth it out. Smooth that omi out. Around. 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 Wonderful. So when we go around, we're going to twist it back to the diagonal a little bit. Then let it come into the neutral. Other side. Twist it. Try to get a little bit of that spiral in there. And come back to the neutral. Pull back, little twist, and little twist. And 1, 2, 1, 2. Twist back for 2, recover to neutral. Good, take it nice and slow. That might be something new. If you got to go even slower than me, no worries. You got to slow down the tape, even to a stop when you get to practice for a minute. Then jump right back in, that's cool too. Just explore that movement. All right, so we went a lot to one direction. Let's switch the omi direction. Your body should always kind of naturally just go one direction, and then you're going to have to go the other one. In, inner thighs together. Good. Now I'm going to twist back. 1, 2, 2 in neutral. Back for 2, and again. 1, 2, 1, 2. Are you breathing? Are you smiling? Are you focused? Are you feeling confident? You got it. We got to have that positive attitude to make it through every dance class, because no, it's not easy. We got to struggle to make it through dance class. That's why we do it. Good job. Good. So when I'm going to step back, I'm going to omi. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Pull it back. Back. Back and omi. Back. Back to the front. Let's omi. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Back it up again, whatever direction you want to go. Switch it if you want to. Keep going back. Do you have room? I did, so I want to keep going. Back to the front step. So you step on every do. Pull back. Into the tummy. Oh, good job, dancers. Good omis, good omis. Let's move on now. Everybody's doing amazing. So, the shoulders take 2 different energies. I guess I can come up here because you want to see these shoulders. Both of the movements should come from pulling in the diaphragm and tightening around where the lats and the psoas meet. My arms are forward to the diagonal. Fast. Tight, 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 tight. I can stop the music or the movement or completely let the movement relax. 2, 3, 4. And I can hit that sound or hit that other sound. Ha. Wonderful. A couple more times. Good. We walk with the feet. Shimmy. And we go. Up. My feet step down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just walk it out. 1 and 2 and those are your shoulders. 1, 2, 1. Again, walk it out. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time back. Once we do the 1, 2, 3, I just want you to explore. 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever kind of movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shoulders. You can do it with a plie or a twist. 1. Or sharp and slow. Or 1. 2 more times. Breathe and breathe out. Big twist, big shimmy. Good, back it up. 1, 2, 3. Back it up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Back it up is your chasse. 1 and 2. 5 and 6. 1, 2, 3. Again, go. 1 and 2. 5 and 6. 1 and 2. Good. Open, close. Keep shifting. Open, close. Keep going. Last time. Back it up. Oh, bravo, dancers. Good job. All right. Upper body, it needs to be light like air. We said the abs are like water, not even the abs, the pelvis like water. Shoulders, light and airy, right? So let's get into some of those nice movements here. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, and down. And breathe in. Breathe out. Just the right arm a little faster. 1, 2, 1, 2. Faster than that. 2. Let's do the other arm. Breathe in. Slow. Up. Slow. Faster. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1. Up. 2. And 1, 2, 2. Yes, goes. Yes. Small and subtle and light, but effective. Good. Right arm down, left arm up. Switch. Hup. And goes fast, 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 slow, fast, fast, fast. Slow it down. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Now a little faster. We go. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. Let's change our weight. Out, out, slow. In the center, big. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Good job. In the chest, arms down. A little faster. Again. Stretch, faster. Up, up. Stretch, drop. Stretch, drop. Faster. Last time. Side to side, push down. Faster. Come. Little diamond, side, lift up, side, and to the right. Breathe, and breathe, and breathe. Add the shimmy. Yeah, good job. Other way. 1, 2, sorry, no shimmy yet. Lock the lat, push it through the center lat, and relax the center. Push, expand, push, drop, push, expand, push, drop. Here we go with the music. Breathe. 1, 2, 1, 2. Faster. 1, 2, 1, 2. Again. Up, down, double time. 1, 2, 1, 2. Forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Squeeze your inner thighs. Breathe out. Double time. Goes. 1, 2. Always change your weight forward and back. It should be dramatic. It should be dramatic that your inner thighs squeeze so much together that there is no space between your legs. So breathe and squeeze. Breathe and squeeze. Faster. 1. Up. Up. Be my new hashtag. Hashtag breathe and squeeze. Yeah. So great undulation. So what I want to do is 1, 2, hold. Other side. 1, 2, hold. Again, 1, 2, hold. Other side. Maybe just a shimmy. Yes. 1, 2, hold. Little tension shimmy. And 1, 2, hold. And 1, 2, hold. You see that little tension shimmy? 1, 2, 3, hold the foot. Make sure it's pushed down towards the ground. And we go. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Tension shimmy. 1, 2, 3. Good. Back. 1. Hop. 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 We want to get there. What do we just do? Camel. We went 1, 2, hold, and up. 1, 2, hold, and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Did you get those legs? Ooh, let's go from the very top, just the legs, right? So, if I was here facing you, it's my leg that essentially is going to be the upstage leg, because that's where my body turns. So I step, together, step, and I want to just make a point that I never pick that foot off the floor, and I'm ready because I'm connected to the earth to add the shimmy. Then I'm going to swirl around to the other side by contracting that final camel into the body, and now I'm ready to take off in the other direction, not straight side dancers, to the diagonal, this way. Step, together, step. So I naturally move closer to the camera, and then I hold my shimmy, I hold my foot planted in the floor, and then just add my shimmy. 5, 6, 7. Remember that here on 8, you got to do something. 8, because 1, 2, 3 is the step. So my first leg goes back, ball, change, step, lift. So there's 3 steps, but the 4th count is the leg extending. 8, just like this one went up on 8. 8, 1, 2, 3, extend 4. Back, center, back twist, extend 8. 1, 2, 3, extend 4, 5, 6, 7, extend 8. Did you get that? If I was on my little pattern here, you'd notice I would be on white line, red line, white, and red. Meaning that when I step back, I'm stepping back on my diagonal position, but I come back to the red line. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, every time I step back, I'm going to have my contraction. So right before I step back, I have to go and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. My camel is back and back, back and back. Start up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, hold. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Down, 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 down. Everybody all right? 5, 6, 7. Back leg. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. We're losing our music. 1, 2, 3. That's okay. It's just slowing us down, I guess. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we start over. But I'm going to start that song over. We'll try it again. Way to hang in there, dancers.
Just camels, just a camel combo. With the camel, back leg, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, touch, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, lift, back, center, up, back, center, up, back, center, up, down the body, touch, side to side. Oops, sorry, wrong step on top. Camels. Tension. And up. There's a touch. Camel and shimmy. Camel, shimmy, and back and up. 1, 2, 3. I want to say something, which is 1, 2, 3. On this part, you can do so much. I really want you to use that 4 counts to explore. You don't just have to stand there and shimmy. You can shimmy and move. You can shimmy and do another camel as you wish. Let's add that in. Here we go. 1. 1. No. Cricket music. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, and 2. Hop, hop, touch. One last time. And back, front. That's right, we moved on to under undulations if you haven't noticed. Back, front, and front. Front. Front, step on the foot, other diagonal. Front, 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 around the corner. And 1, and 2, and 3 around the corner. And 1. You're always on your center. It's just kind of drama. You're just making it sound like, oh, we're here. New angle. We're going to step backwards, same undulation, and backwards, backwards, back, back, back. So our unders can also do those same little twists. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Slow, slow, faster twist, 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 step. 1, 2, twist, twist, and 1, 2, pull back. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, pull back. 1, 2, 3. Tuck it under, roll. Roll, back, back, forward. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, diagonal, diagonal, center, back, and center, diagonal, diagonal, front. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Under, under, twice. In the sides, squeeze together, take it back. 1, hop. Do you think we know it from the beginning? The song indicates we're moving on. Good job, everybody. So, if I'm in my first position and I take my back leg to my quote-unquote turned out, which is not that severe, and my front leg still stays straight, I have a straight leg and I have a bent leg. So I'm going to utilize those movements up, 2, 3. So I'm pushing through the floor. I'm going to add the twist on the supporting leg because it's a straight leg, so it can do a straight leg movement faster. Other side. Oh, just up on the side first. Straight up and in. Way to get that hip up is push down. Twist now. Double time. Other side. Other side. And remember, we're going to do 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. Same hips. 1, 2, 3. Last time, 3 steps. Up and down. 2 up, 2 with the plie. 2 up, 2 down. Really use the floor and the plie from the supporting leg. See, my shoulders are really moving. Other side. 2 down, 2 up. When I start this, I start with the up, so that means and 1, and 2. So when we do the 3, you gotta catch that and. We go 1, 2, 3, and. Oh, I think you got it. 1, 2, 3, and. Getting ready to go down. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, up. Yeah, you made it. So anytime you're going to drop the hip, you gotta make it there by and. Good. All right, moving. Just a twist. Here we go. Twist, let go. Twist, let go. Front. Twist. Last time. So we're up, down, up, release. Up, down, double time, and down and kick, and down and kick, and down and kick, and other, and down and kick, and down and kick, and down and kick, and other, and down and kick, down and kick, down, and
let's wait for our music. Oh, it's gonna be fast. Make it small. Here we go. And we're gonna add this little twist in the center. Here we go. Twist. Promenade around your center. Tiny, small. 3 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go. Kick. Sorry, dancers. I thought something was happening. It was not happening. Scratch out the last 30 seconds. We're ready to do our hip drops. 5, 6, 7, goes. Down. Down. Get it in there. Other side. Here we go. Circle. Inner thighs together. Other side. To make the transition, it was only 3 steps. Working leg, back together, switch. Yes, good. And back. Last time. Did you see that? So we have our vertical 8. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Do you see that step in there where you go up and lean? Walk it out. Good. It's the last little step we're going to go over as our little, like, you know, Oriental styled, I don't know what you call it, walk? Walking it out. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're walking it out. So, to break down, not emotionally, even though sometimes I feel like it, just to break down the dance step, grapefruit juice is fresh as from my tree. I'm so grateful for so many things, but this, like, grapefruit juice is rocking my world. So, come back. Hey, here I am. Okay, I'm back. We're good. Last thing, before they kick us off here. Where was I at? Yes, those movements are called things, and I don't really know. And if you would like to chat me out what you think they're called, that's great. And I can describe the movement to you as a figure 8. Figure 8 is 2 circles that connect. You see that? That's like this is like my love, and it so easily turns into my figure 8. And then we just have to know, are they horizontal or are they vertical? And vertical, we know our knees are bent. Horizontal, we know our legs are straight. So what we're really doing for this one is working our horizontal, no, I already said it wrong, our vertical figure 8. I want you to look a little bit lower down at my feet, but I want to be closer to the camera. Okay, so here we are. I am the headless dancer, it doesn't matter. Feet. If I say plie, we know we're going to move the hips. But I can also rise up in the ankle joint
leaving the knee joint without a bend or a flex of any kind, but I can still get hip movements. And we know that by when we start to manipulate our lockdowns, we use kind of more of the ankle joint rather than the knee, although, it just, kind of depending on what styling you're doing, totally you can do hip blocks with using your knees and your ankles essentially still. So I want you to notice that when we use vertical movements, we have to choose, is it our ankle joint pressing into the hip, or is it our knee joint pressing to the hip? And which one we choose, it means the other one has to be silent, cannot move. So if I was using just my ankles to create my up and down hips, I can't also start to bend my knees because then I start to get less movement in the hips. So it's like my knees have to stay stiff, there's my ankles moving. So for me, I'm gonna trick you a little bit. I want, in this exercise, just silly, feet flat and use the ankles for the first two, and then as we get to the other one, we're gonna feel the next one come from more of using the ankle. And what I wanted to point out is there's this really great move, I know you've seen it, so beautiful, that's walk. Walk. And in that moment of 1 and 2, I would use the word sustain. Do a sustain the movement, and then fill it with time. Sustain, another word besides sustain is the word hold. Hold the movement, 6, 7, and there's a little hold. Then you go, and hold, and then you go, right? So you're kind of catching on to my drift here. This is this cute little motion. But it needs technique, because if it doesn't have technique, what is it for? It may end up looking like the doggy hydrant. The dancer with the best intention could end up giving me some sign language I wasn't quite prepared for. So all that work in the inner thighs is really what we need now, because when I come up and over, I want this part of my hips to stay together, my inner thighs to stay together, my tailbone to stay under, and that's why it will bring the attention into the crunch of the hip. See, with my inner thighs here together, that's giving me the audience looking at the curve rather than actually, okay, so I mentioned the dog and what the dog likes to do. Took my dog for a walk yesterday, and another dog, he did it to her. But I think it was like, he was trying to say, like, Ginger, I love you so much, you're such a good, pretty dog, let me give you what I got. It was sweet. But it happens. So we have Maya in plie, up and over, up and over. Once I get to that side, I'm going to lengthen through my ankle, up and over, and then I'm going to walk it out. Over, over. I push down through that leg here, and then I walk it out. Essentially, my point is, it's a figure 8 with one extra circle that leads into the walk, the beginning of it. Up and over, up and over, up and walk it out. Up and over, up and over, up and walk it out. Up and over, up and over, up and walk it out. Up and over, up and over, up and walk it out. Right? With the music, I know you may be kind of limited to space, so I'm kind of trying to spiral around and move around. You can do whatever you want. This is a great opportunity because sometimes when we dance in, restaurants or private nightclubs, the space is limited. So you gotta work with what you got. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. Keep going. Good job, dancers. All right, I really want to thank you for joining me in this nice, energetic class. It was my hope that you felt like you could dig down deep, that you could be stronger, that you can come back to this video anytime you want when I get in there. Today we took a little bit slower with some explanations. So maybe some of the videos I've done in the past might have moved a little bit faster. But if you watch this one, you're like, oh, yeah, move this way, move that way, do this, do that. And with our belly dancing, again, we just have to keep practicing with a smile. Know that we're waiting for you to come back and join us. And if you're from somewhere else around the world, thank you so much. It's kind of cool that we can all get together. So happy dancing, everybody. I love you so much. Subscribe to the channel, like the stream, share it with your friends. Have a beautiful day. Tomorrow, we'll be here. Bye.